PJ Tucker's going to have to get used to knocking down these corner threes, because if not, these corner three rebounds, they usually go long. And now you give teams like Milwaukee, like Boston, chances to get out in transition, and you do not want to give up those easy buckets. And now last night, Milwaukee did a great job of always showing bodies to Embiid. They'll come over, they'll show one, and they'll leave it, but they always bring another one. But Embiid did an even better job at staying patient through those double teams and through those stunts and whatnot. And he seen Giannis coming over. Instead of overthinking and hesitating and fake passing, he just goes straight up into a shot. Kept it simple. He did a great job of it last night. All last night. But now looking at it from Milwaukee's perspective, Brook Lopez, probably going to be an all-defensive player this year. They have a luxury of having a big and somebody like Giannis that can also switch on to Embiid and guard him. So a lot of teams don't have that, especially a team like Boston. Boston's have to play a lot of team defense to be a guy like Embiid. So that's where it kind of contrasts between the two. Then Lopez, bro. You seen Lopez's float bag last night? You seen his floater bag last night? You're going crazy. And not even just last night, every single game. And that's why all bigs need to get a float before they even get a three. Because this allows you to short roll. This allows you to not always have to go and take on contact when being around the rim, facing other players who are 250, 260, or whatever level you're playing at who are also big. Just get a float game. It's going to make the game a whole lot easier for you. Now Giannis was playing this help, having PJ Tucker over here all night, right? And then sometimes he caught him lacking, sometimes he lost focus. But in times like this, he's got to be able to play the pass and be able to play the shot. And he came over almost all the way with his back turned towards that baseline, which opens up that middle and gives Embiid a pass lane to hit PJ Tucker. So he's got to do a better job of when he is playing this help, coming over and being able to kind of take away both, because he's almost 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 7'5", whatever it is. And so he's got to take advantage of his length and cut those things off. Just like I said with Embiid, this is great maturity out of Embiid. His patience, his poise, getting into these isolations. He's not affected by any bodies that they're showing, that they're throwing to him. Holiday comes over, stunt, boom, pass fake. Holiday leaves just in case. Boom, another pump fake. He sees this gap open up because Holiday is attached to Harden. He's not going to play help off Harden. Now he attacks the space, gets to his step back. Hey, Embiid's maturity and improvement has been crazy. Hey. All right, now this hezzy pull-up, bro. Anytime you see Embiid with the ball in his left hand in the middle of the floor, you should know that hezzy pull-up is inbound. It's going to happen every time. Because at least from the middle of the floor, I don't really see him counter out of it out that same footwork. He doesn't really counter it, if you notice. There's going to be a time where you see him counter it, but it's going to be from a left wing. I'm going to show you that a little later. Great pass by Holiday. Now, the only reason, notice how close McDaniel's hand is. Jalen McDaniels, I believe, that's him. Jalen, not Jaden. He was right there. The ball is right there. But the only reason that ball didn't get hit by McDaniels is the way Holiday loaded that pass up. But oh wait, he doesn't load it up. He keeps that ball in the middle of his body. I said the same thing about Tyrese Halliburton. That's how they get these passes off so quick and so precise. They don't load them up and they keep them in front and just make it a flick pass with their hand. Instead of loading that whole pass up, it's going to take a little extra time. And that could be the difference between the defender getting a steal or you actually being able to get that ball through and getting that assist. And by the way, I live stream all my breakdowns. So if you want to see these videos a day or two early or got any questions for me, want me to watch your film, make sure you go hit that link in the description, go follow, and also subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. Let's get right back to it. Great pickup by Jevon Carter. Great pickup by Jevon Carter. Now, you can't do this in high school because of 5-second count and whatnot. You can only really do this in the NBA. But Tyrese Maxey, with all his speed, all that speed he got, Jevon Carter still picking him up. And this is a situation where Maxey could leverage his speed to his advantage, to where he could just throw little stunts, like little 3-step attacks and bring the ball right back out just to create some space, be able to get to your angles and be able to set up what you need to do. And that's also things that all players at all levels should use to their advantage, is using the change of pace so that the defender can overreact, you create some space, and now they don't want to step back up again because they know you could go from 0 to 100. They know that you could be able to create that space once again, because if they do, they're out of lead guard position, boom, they're gone. They're going to relax a little bit. They're not going to step up as far up. Now this roll by Giannis. This roll by Giannis. Perfectly timed. Notice. He doesn't even hit Melton. He don't hit him. And so instead of trying to hit Melton, then roll, he already sees Melton chasing over the top. He's already trailing, so there's no need to hit him. You just want to get him out of the play. And since he rolls right here on time, on target, Giannis is able to get behind Reed with his athleticism, and he just throws that pass over the top. You're done. You're done. You get behind. If you see a player get behind the roller, throw that lob pass. Immediately throw that lob pass. And then right here, Middleton. Hey, Middleton, bro. Hey, now Milwaukee lost this game, but mind you, Middleton is only like 70%. Middleton's only played about 20 games this season. So if you get a Middleton that's like 85, 90% by the playoffs come around, the Celtics are in trouble, and Philly is also going to be in trouble. But Philly did lose Harris and P.J. Tucker in that second half too, so they kind of didn't have their full squad and full strength. Still pulled the win off. Shows their character. Now Harden. Hey, now Harden likes this Giannis matchup. He liked this matchup, right? I seen him take advantage of it. You seen him take Giannis out on the perimeter, isolate him a few times throughout the entire course of the game. But he's doing a little too much right here. He just kept it simple in the second half. I'm gonna show you a little later on. He kept it simple instead of doing all this dribble stuff. Giannis is not a guy you can play with, but the amount of space Giannis is giving him, Harden gets to his moves quick. He changes his pace and whatnot. Boom, he gets to a step back and is able to get to what he wants. But once you play good defenders like this, you can't be doing too much. Can't be doing too much. I always tell you this about pump fakes. That's one great pump fake, and that's one bad move by Connaughton because he hesitated. You can't hesitate. Now going back to this. We all know Giannis can't shoot. We know Giannis can't shoot. Yo, Melton still goes for that. Melton still goes for that pump fake even though Giannis can't shoot. He should stay down, but he doesn't stay down. Giannis attacks, and that just shows you don't need to have a shot to be able to sell the pump fake. It's just about how your base, showing the ball, actually making the defender think you're going to shoot because they usually give a late hand. And so if you slow that down, give the right pump fake, they're going to fly by. But now Connaughton, notice this right here. He's seeing Harden stunting. The thing is, with this player right here, if they're going to commit to you, they're going to commit to you. If they're going to go, they're going to go. But Harden doesn't go. So that's where you can't be fooled as a player. If they come straight to you, then that's when you swing that pass. But if you see them just staying in the middle, let it go. Don't even think about it. But now he waits a little too long, and Harden's able to make him hesitate, stunts at him. Boom, bad shot. Hezzy pull. Hezzy pull is gonna come every single time Giannis or Embiid gets into that middle of the floor. Out that left hand every single time. Now this is going to be key. This is going to be key for Philadelphia. If Harden is able to get to that mid-range, because they're going to spam this pick and roll in the playoffs. You know damn well they're going to spam it. This Harden Embiid pick and roll, they're going to run it over and over and over again. There's not many things you could do about it. And so Harden's always going to be able to get down if they're playing this drop coverage. So you're going to have the shot at the rim. But there's also the rim protector. So how far deep do you want to go? Then you're going to want to have the three. But the three is going to be the second thing they're going to want to take away because the player on the ball, like Holiday in the situation, is going to funnel you down. And so now that the drop player has taken away the rim and the player on that's defending you on the ball took away the three, that leaves that in-between game. And now Harden's already got that float, but the float you got to get a little closer than you do for a mid-range. So if Harden gets his mid-range jumper, if he gets it somewhat consistent, able to get 2, 3, maybe just a few each night, it's going to help big time in the playoffs. Because every bucket counts when it comes to the playoffs. Games are decided by single digits damn near every single time, especially in games like this when they're playing like semifinals, conference finals. It's going to be big time. Hey, that's good D by Embiid. And let me tell you this. Jokic can't do that. Jokic could never. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, great block by Lopez. Like I was saying, they have a luxury of having another big that's capable of guarding the post. And like I was saying with that Hezzy pull-up, he doesn't really counter it out the middle of the floor. Notice he's on this left side, and he counters it. But in the situation right here, I feel Embiid can still get to that hezzy pull-up. Because look at Lopez's hands. As he begins to get into that same footwork, Lopez begins to drop his hands. And as soon as he takes that left step forward, Lopez is going to drop. And that's how the hezzy pull-up works. It's selling the drive, but then you go straight up. In the same footwork, same attack. So, ultimately, though, great play by Lopez. He got that lucky bounce in. Got a lucky bounce in. Now, like I was saying about Middleton, he's only about 70%. He only about 70%. So it wasn't too pretty for him. But in the last 20 games, as he picks it up, this Milwaukee team still has another level to get to. Because on top of their depth that they have, Middleton reaches damn near 100%. It's going to be tough. They're going to be extremely tough out. You can't do this with Giannis. You can't do this with Giannis. You can't communicate late on Giannis. Now, PJ Tucker, you should just know if he can get through anything, he's going to get through it. Forget what my teammate says. If he can get through it, he's going to get through it. But Melton kind of communicates late, and Tucker gets there a little late. And Giannis sees a lane, you're done. Giannis sees a lane to attack, you're done. Straight up, you're done. Either he's going to score it or you're going to foul him. Hey, I'm telling you, still great patience by Embiid. Missed a shot, but he sees one body from Holiday. Come over, boom. Doesn't rush it. Then Giannis comes over. They continuously send bodies. They continuously send bodies. That's a great dead dribble, step back, boom. And the difference between Maxey and all these other fast players we see playing basketball is that Maxey has the strength and the ability to be able to stop his speed, whereas everybody's just on go 100% all the time. There's tons of fast players, tons of them. But they all can't be able to stop their speed and change their direction, change weight and whatnot. But Maxey, he's capable of doing it. And now the next step for him is literally just his ability to be that lead guard and have that pace and controlling the offense. That's all he needs. After that, he could probably be an all-star. Hey, and Tucker, he's going to have to knock these corner shots down, man. I know it's been a little while. I know I see them working down in this short corner in this baseline a lot of the season. But you're going to have to knock these corner shots down because usually when you miss a corner shot, hits his backside of the rim or whatnot, boom, it's a long rebound. But even then, you're still super far away from the basket. You're from the corner and you have to get to the whole other side of the court. That's the longest distance you have to travel to get back. So if you're missing these corner shots too much, it's going to be able to fuel the other team's transition opportunities. And you in front of the bench, oh yeah, they was talking their shit. They was talking. I'm telling you, they're showing bodies. Milwaukee did a great job of it, but Philadelphia also did a great job of not overreacting and panicking. And this shot right there, I was like, damn, he hit that joint. There's times where I felt like Milwaukee was going to run away with the game, but Philadelphia just was not letting up. Philadelphia was not letting up. This is where Giannis be messing up sometimes. He's got to use him being in the middle of the floor to his advantage. So the second that you get into a spot like this and you turn your back, you close yourself off to half the court. He can't see half the court. So he can't fully process what's going on this side. And so mind you, he kind of sees Harden come over. So he's like, okay, let me hit the wing. But now you've got to bring the ball across your body, take it right here, and Harden's reading this the whole time. He's already on his way back. You can see him. He's already on his way back. And so now on top of the fact that he has to bring the ball across his body, he's in a step back and he's off balance. He's off balance too, so he's not going to be able to get that full power on that pass. And so Harden already being there anticipating it, that was a weak pass. That pass was never going to make it to that wing. So he's got to make sure he stays squared and stays in a spot to attack and be able to read the entire floor and see everything that's in front of him. And literally Embiid does that every time he gets to the middle, gets to his ISOs. He does a great job of playing in that middle. Then boom, down to Maxey. Maxey does his thing. Hey, that step back is tougher than you think it is. That step back is tougher than you think it is. Notice how he's a righty, right? And he steps back right, left. If you know how that feels, even if you're a lefty, go do a step back like this and step back left, right. It just feels so unorthodox. And that just shows you Holiday's functional strength that he has, his balance in all aspects of basketball. And then boom. Look at this lead begin to balloon at the end of the third. 15-point game. 15-point game. Swing, swing. Grayson Allen was sizzling. He was hot. Boom. 18. Pause. 18-point game. And then, mind you, if there's one player in this league that could stop Giannis straight on, one-on-one, I believe it's Joel Embiid. And I'd love to see this matchup even more, especially if they match up in the playoffs. I'd love to see this matchup. I know they got Brook Lopez on at sometimes, but if they do end up going small and like close games out and whatnot, I would love to see this matchup. And I know everybody will too. The best players guarding each other. We all love to see it every single time. And this is where they start to make that comeback. Boom. 11. Niang had it going. Hey, Niang saved low-key, was a savior of this game. Boom, another one. Make that 8. And mind you, PJ Tucker is out the game in the 4th, and Harris was out since the 3rd quarter. This is really showing Philadelphia's character. They're a little more comp than I anticipated. I ain't gonna lie. A little more comp. But do I believe in them? They still got to show me a little more. They still got to show me a little more than this one game. And now right here, in these lineups, this is where Giannis has to be aggressive. This is where Giannis has to be like, okay, I'm on go. I'm attacking. I can't let up. I got to make sure this lead stays secured. And so instead of just trying to make plays for teammates and whatnot, that's cool and all, letting them go. But you got to hold on to this lead. They just hit back-to-back threes, and now it's a 3-possession game. But though in the playoffs, I know Giannis is not gonna be on this type of timing. And mind you, they just got Harden on the court. It's no Embiid. You got Paul Reed guarding you. You got to take advantage of that. And boom. 5-point game. The lead got trimmed like this in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Those are what, 9-0 run? And notice this. Harden, boom. One move and go. Simple. One move and go. Got downhill. Got to where he wanted to. Great board by Reed. Now it's about to be a 5-point game. Just in 2 minutes. And yes, Giannis, you can't wait for them to punch back. You can't. You got to continue to punch. You got to keep going back at them. And so now Giannis began to turn up. He began to turn up. This is where it really began to feel like a playoff game, because you seen Giannis bringing it all. You seen Embiid. You seen Philly. That was all locked in. This is where the game really just turned up. And now Harden with Giannis. Harden match up with Giannis. Now I feel like Giannis in this situation here, Harden's a player you don't want him to go left. You don't want him to go left. So that works better for you as a defender, because a player that's lefty, the best contest for their shot would be a right-hand contest. A right-hand contest on a lefty shooter. If you're a right-handed shooter, a left-hand contest is the best contest, because you're right there on that side. You don't kind of come across your body. So boom, just flip that stance. Use that length of that right hand to be able to sit on Harden's left hand if he does want to get into that step back, and force him to your help. You have here in Holiday. Now I know Niang is hot, but guess who's there? One more, McDaniels, and guess who's after that? Reed. So you got to think in rotations and be able to see situations like this and be prepared for it and be ready for it. Now Harden's into his bag. That's why you don't go away from contact. That's why you always go into contact and not away from contact. Because even though he got by him, Harden initiates this bump, but he's still able to get this foul. Now Giannis is on go. Like I was saying, you can't have the first punch and then wait for the other team to punch back for you to punch again. You gotta continue to punch after you make that first punch, so then you can lay the other team down, put that nail in the coffin. You can't wait till they punch back for you to punch again. You got to keep going. And so in the playoffs, I guarantee you're not gonna see a Giannis like this or any superstar in any of these regular season games you see. They're gonna be on goal for all 4 quarters. All 4 quarters. And that's not just even go for Giannis. I'm just pointing out Giannis because this situation, he ain't really start turning up until they cut that lead again. But you can't let them cut that lead. They had a 16-game win streak. You should be treating this game just literally exactly like a playoff game. Not letting up at all. Boom. Literally, if he's attacking, if he's on go, they can't do much but foul him. Hey, peep that closeout by Allen, though. We about to get into the second part of that, but peep that closeout. Great closeout. Now he hops. I don't like when people hop because you can't change direction. But as soon as Allen hits the ground, boom, he is able to beat Maxey to the spot. And that's not really something you train. That's just off instinct and your quickness. The Embiid, boom. And Giannis. He had a couple lapses in this fourth. Giannis had a couple lapses in this fourth, where he just sat and helped and was just thinking about what Embiid's doing and helping off Embiid, that he'll forget about his. Or he'll just catch himself watching Shooting Stars. You're going to see it later. Boom, Niang hits another three. You can't let the guy that's hot get an open three like that. Then Niang with another three. Another one, big time. Now Giannis is like, I ain't playing no more. All right, we can't be playing around. Can't be playing around right now. That's a hell of a pass and a hell of a read by Lopez for them both to be on target, both to be in sync at the same time. Because notice, as soon as Giannis makes his catch, he sees his double, and now he's just waiting for this backside because Embiid's back is turned, Maxey's back is turned, but he's pointing, but it's hard to hear. That arena, the crowd noise, all this stuff, it's hard to be able to communicate like that. And now Lopez cuts right behind him, finds his angle, gets that lay. Giannis was reading ahead of the game. Hey, this possession right here, I'll tell you, you know who really had this stop right here? Who really got this stop right here? Who's responsible for it? Niang right there. Niang's responsible for it. Now let me tell you this right here. Why is Niang responsible for this? This is the initial action. This is where they have their reads, they have their looks, they know what they're going to get into. But Niang had such a good stunt and such good help that he's able to take away 3 options that they have on their initial action. Notice, boom, he stunts. He forces Drew Holiday to get up into the air. Now Holiday is forced to make a decision. Whereas if he did not make a good stunt, Holiday is able to, 1, possibly have a floater, 2, be able to take another dribble and hit Giannis on this lob, or 3, be able to hit Lopez in this corner. But since Niang's stunt is so good, he took away the float, he took away the ability to wait a little longer to get the lob, and he gets back to Lopez and closes out great and takes away the shot, forces him baseline, he has no space, and then McDaniels gets back up, he's able to recover. That right there was taken away by Niang. And then boom, Giannis misses that little hook, float, or whatever you want to call it. And this got me excited. I was like, okay, they really going for it. They really going for it. I'm telling you, when the playoffs come around, expect about 3 to 4 uploads a day from me. And if it's not, I'm gonna be watching all these Johns on stream, breakdowns on stream. So if they don't get put on YouTube, don't say, oh, you should have uploaded more, or you should have this, you should have did that. You should have tuned into the stream. All you gotta do is hit the link in the description and go follow. I live stream all my breakdowns. Giannis tried to put that on Embiid's head. Hey, and now since Giannis was being so aggressive, opens his teammates up. They now have more opportunities. They all think about Giannis's role, but little did they know, he's got you left open an all-star. You just left open an all-star. Now, is it a debatable all-star? Yeah, but he's still an all-star at the end of the day, regardless. Nah, that's Grayson Allen. But you're gonna peep this right here. Giannis also sold his possession too. Giannis also sold that. That was a terrible closeout. You can't jump across your body for that. But anytime you want to recover back to your defender, like say off a hard hedge or coming back off a help or a double team, throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air because they're going to try to throw that pass over the top. It's not going to be thrown on as no bounce pass. So all you can do as a defender is if they don't throw that ball high enough, it hits your hands, boom, deflection, possibly steal, or you're able to just stop the whole sequence entirely. Allen, hands in his pockets. Hands was in his pockets. So boom, had hands, possibly could have been able to reach that, possibly not. But still, you never know. Then you see Budenholzer on the side right there, put his hand up because like, damn, he missed his hands. Then boom, that's what you don't want to do. Jump across the player's body, he could touch a shot. Hezzy pull up. And then Giannis forgot the box out. Lopez was hot. Lopez was hot because he finally missed a hezzy pull up from the middle, but like I said before, Giannis was sleeping off the ball a little bit. McDaniels comes in. And I guess boxing out just doesn't exist in this generation, bro. It just don't exist in this generation. Oh, it's great defense. It's great defense. If y'all see me react to this John live, bro, I was going crazy. But damn, Harden hit this shot. But the thing is, boom, Harden lost it. But in a situation like this, you should get a feel as a player. Like, damn, we've been guarding for so damn long. We need, like, what's the clock looking like? But notice, Middleton don't look up at the other side to see that shot clock. He don't look up at that shot clock. So he doesn't know how much exact time that he has and how quick Harden has to get a shot up. Look, his eyes stay on Harden. Eyes still focused on the screen. Boom, he goes underneath as if it's the start of the shot clock. But it's not. It's not the start of the shot clock. Harden pulls that from deep. That's his second 30-footer of the night. Here we go. Boom. Ah, that one hurt. That one hurt. That one hurt. Damn, that one hurt, bro. Damn.
I shoot my shot in the brick. Yeah, I shoot my shot in the brick.
Damn, bro. And boom. They finally hit the lead, man. But the thing is, Middleton on a flyby. Flyby is tough. Flyby is tough, man. Now Drew Holiday is going in knee. He just wants to get squared. Damn, that's tough. MB knocked it down. Clutch bucket right there. That's not the mismatch. He said Holiday with the mismatch. That's not the mismatch. Giannis is a mismatch. You only down 2. You only down 2. And then from my recollection, Giannis was knocking down his free throws in the 4th. So even if he gets fouled, boom, gets to the free throw line. If he knocks down 1-point game, you can still get to the free throw line, boom, and then take that last possession to shoot a 3. But if he hits 2, tie game. There's no way he hits none. I don't think it happens. But in this situation right here, I don't know if Holiday's the matchup you want to go to. Then Maxey gets fouled, go shoots 2, get it back. That's a shot to get out of Middleton. Middleton gets a look. It's off. I'm like, yeah, it's just GG's. It's just GG's, bro. They about to just get this ball in. Easy game, easy dub. Philly about to come with the win. But hold on, he ain't just got a 5-second. Not quite yet. It ain't GG's quite yet. And then Giannis gets called for the travel, and that is just GG's. And that's the end of this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, turn on those notifications. We dropping breakdowns daily. We got streams also too. All these breakdowns are live. Make sure you go hit that link in the description. Go follow. Also, go hit that link in the description. Go join the Cord, man. And we out of here.